Team Salt Mine.
Hello and welcome to Team Salt Mine, a YouTube channel dedicated to CCG events that take place in a town called Basingstoke. Hey everyone, so the winner for last Saturday's Yu-Gi-Oh! Locals was He Is Not a Dragon, and he was piloting Danger Thunder Dragon. Now, a little bit of a treat, we were lucky enough that two Thunder Dragon decks actually got to the finals on Saturday, which, because of that, I've been asked to upload the full match video. So today's video is going to be a little bit longer, but still with the deck profile starting off first and foremost.
Right, here for you today I have a first place Thunder Dragon Danger build. Came top out of 11 at our locals. I'm going to break this down for us into a couple main engines. First we've got the Thunder engine, then we've got our Dragon engine, very important. We've got our Danger engine, and then we've got Misk. Let's dive right into the Thunder engine. For our Thunder engine, what we play is, as standard, our +1 Thunder Dragon himself. We play our 2 Thunder Dragon Dark as standard, our 2 Thunder Dragon Raw, also standard, and our 2 Hawk. Very standard, good package, keeps the Thunders going. We play our 1 Thunder Dragon Duo for when we need to beat down. He also helps us recycle, it's very useful in the deck. And we play 3 of our normal summon, Battery Man Solar. He really gets the combos going. That's our Thunder engine. Let's go off into the Dragon engine, what I feel is the most important part of the deck. So in the Dragon engine, what I'm running is 1 Omni Dragon Brotar. I'll go back to him in a minute because he's very important. 3 White Dragon Wyver Buster still. He's good in the deck, he banishes your darks, gets effects, and he's a free body on board, and he's a dragon, which is extremely important. 2 Black Dragon Collapse Serpent. Again, just as important as Wyver Buster. You search him, ideally you want to play him at 2, because when you do search him, you can search another one. So you go 1 into the other, back into the first, and then you get that extra plus off of Sayuja when you make him. I've got 2 Defrag Dragon, because they help us play around things like Lancia, Chaos Hunter, anything that stops us banishing, this is your man. 2 Chaos Dragon Levianeer, because he provides so much utility for the deck. Without this card, the deck would not work. We've got our 1 Darkest Diablos. I've been thinking about cutting him. He's not ever so important to the deck now, but he does provide that extra rip, and he is a large body on board that cannot be tributed, which does sometimes come up. And then we've got our 1 mandatory Amorphage Goliath, which we basically summon from the extra deck, because we can. Going into the Danger engine, it's very standard. We've got Danger Bigfoot and Danger Thunderbird. I play both of them because they give us removal, and I feel Danger Thunderbird is more prominent this format because it hits face downs, and things like Orcust, Mine, Striker, they're all playing face downs that we want to remove. We play them because they're level 8s mainly, and they help us go into Xyz plays, but they're also bodies on board and dangers, and as we all know, dangers are just draw cards. We play 3 Danger Tatsunoko because he's correct. We play 3 Danger Nessie because he's correct, and we play 3 Danger Jackalope. Extremely standard. There's nothing else I can say about that. Now for our Misk cards, before I go back to the Omni Dragon Brotar, we're playing a couple of interesting spicy one-offs. We're playing Phantom Skyblaster, not so spicy, pretty standard, but he's very useful because again he puts more bodies on board which help us with our link plays. We play Armageddon Knight because he's Battery Man Solar 2. We play Dark Grepher because he's Battery Man Solar 3. And we play Vanity's Fiend because it's now searchable in the deck. If you don't commit to your normal summon, this is the best play you can make. If you've bricked and you can get this out, you still have a chance at winning. You don't need to commit to a board. And then we've got our 3 Pot of Greed. Omni Dragon Brotor is given so much to the deck since Sork has been taken out. Essentially, what this guy does is he replaces all the functionality that you would have been getting from Summon Sorceress. You aren't quite as well off because you do still need to get one of the 2. I was thinking of using Eclipse Wyvern to try and assist this, But what he does is, you can summon him with LP, target LP, because LP is going to be the dead body on board, and then search either of these two guys. This one gives you, obviously, removal, reborn, rips a card. This one rips a card, there's a big body, so they both come up. But also, if you've got Beat Cop from the Underworld, which we put in the extra deck on board, it allows you to search your Vanity's Fiend, which can come up. It's a good body, stops special summoning completely. It helps to shut down decks like Salamangreat and the Mirror. Doesn't do much against True Draco, but that's something we just have to live with. Now I'm going to go on to the extra deck. That's not the extra deck. Some nice looking tokens. Right, first off in the extra deck, I'm playing, as standard, 3 Thunder Dragon Colossus. He's needed. He's a big part of what makes the deck work. He puts so much pressure on the opponent because they're not able to search, which hurts recovery immensely. On top of that, we play the 3 Guard Dragons. We've got LP, Argapane, Pisty. They do what they do. They provide you the Guard Dragon engine. They help you get through the deck much quicker. And they summon our big boy, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abyss. They can also summon our number 38 Hope Harbinger Titanic Galaxy. Not often do we go into that, but sometimes it is necessary, especially when you're putting down on the board the Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres to get out your Amorphage Goliath from deck. Because what it does is this is a attack magnet. He says, if you're going to attack a monster, it's going to be me. Which is useful when Spheres puts out your Amorphage Goliath on 0. We've got Beat Cop. We only really play her because she's 2 arrows pointing down, and she's very generic material while still being an effect monster. On top of that, she's a Dark Fiend, which gives us access to Vanity's Fiend, which can come up. Triple Burst Dragon because he's part of the Guard Dragon combo. 2 Skull Dread because he's part of the Guard Dragon combo. 1 Borreload because if you go in the mirror, if you've got the Borreload, you're the one that's winning. You need to take that Colossus and you need to take him quick. If you get Borreload down, it's basically game from there. It's an uphill climb. It's very useful. I would not take him out of the deck. And then the one weird card I'm running in the extra deck that's probably not so standard is Topologic Trisbane. The only reason I'm playing this card is because I do not like back row decks. I do not like Floodgates. I do not want to see Floodgates. This guy helps me get rid of Floodgates. That's his job, and he does it pretty well. For the side deck, I'm playing 3 Denko Sekka. I know a lot of people cut this down to 2 or 1 because it's searchable, but I feel you want to see it in that opening hand because, again, I don't like Floodgates. I don't want to see Floodgates, and if I'm playing this during the main phase of my first turn without searching, chances are they're not hitting me with Floodgates. So I want to see it. Ghost Ogre because I just feel it's good at the moment. It hits a lot of stuff. It hits the Endymion matchup. It hits your Orcust somewhat. There are better cards in this side deck for Orcust, but it does help push for game. And it's a light target, so we can banish it for some of our Chaos monsters. Artifact Lancia, because it helps in the mirror, it helps against Orcust, we stop the banishing, we shut down the turn. It's very useful, just because of that. 3 Skullmeister, another hand trap. I feel he's extremely important at the moment because he hits those grave effects. He's helpful in the mirror, he's helpful against Orcust, he's helpful against Striker because he stops Ray. He does a lot of things. Plus he's a dark, again, light dark, helps us with our Chaos cards. 2 Kaijus. I opted for Radian, the multi-dimensional Kaiju, just because he's dark. There's literally no other reason. He's the weakest of the light and the darks. If I went for the light ones, I would not be able to outbeat it with any of my monsters, so I felt there was no point with that. Other than that, he does token generation, which if they've got Waterfront, isn't that useful. If I were to give them something bigger, something better, it'd be in constant fear of that Waterfront hitting the board, especially with the Crusadia Guard Dragon, other matchups like that running it. And then we've got our one cheese for winning time, the Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend. This guy has won me so many matches with this deck. It's not even funny. You put him on board, you burn as the clock runs down. He can do usually an average of about 2k damage because you're blowing up all your guard dragons. So instead of making Sayuja, you're making game.
A big shout out to Firestorm Cards, who provide not just the OTS status for local events but also currently host the events where the footage is recorded. This video was edited using Audacity and Lightworks, two programs that can be used for free to play around with audio and create videos. Music for this video came from Bensound, a royalty-free music site with some pretty awesome tunes that you can get for free that could just about fit into any project that you might have in the works. Many thanks for listening. Be sure to check out the links in the description below, as well as hit that like and subscribe buttons for more insane and wondrous deck profiles from a town called Basingstoke.